G'day guys, as you can see there's no Peg with me today. It's going to be a little bit too warm for her. So I'm heading up to a place called Paringa, which is just outside of Renmark on the River Murray. Now I'm going to catch up with a good mate of mine, Spinksy, who's lived in the area for over 20 years. So you may or may not know, but right now the River Murray is under flood. So there's probably no better person to show us around than somebody who's lived in the area for so long. Now the idea today is trying to get up there and get Ramon the drone in the air and try and get some good footage. So fingers crossed, hopefully it's not too hot for the drone and we can get some good footage. So it's about 2.5 hour drive up the road from where we live. So next stop, I guess I'll see you in Renmark. Alright guys, I thought I'd just do a quick stop in to Waikerie to the lookout and just check the river out from this angle. I'll try and get Ramon up into the air and see if I can get a better aerial shot for you. Alright, that didn't work. Looks like we're in a restricted zone, aircraft zone, so Ramon's unable to take off. So this is the best I can do, guys. Hopefully a bit later on, when I actually get into Renmark, we'll be able to get Ramon in the air. But at the moment, sorry, this is the best we can do. Guys, we've arrived at Renmark. Behind me is one of the levees that they built right around the town. This is to stop all the water. Behind me is obviously somebody's vineyard that's currently underwater. So with a bit of luck, we might be able to get Ramon up and have a look. Over here is Mr. Spinks,
local Renmark
guru. So this is Spinksy, everyone. So we're going to do a bit of tour with him today and he'll show us around the town and probably go to some other spots that not too many people go to, hopefully.
And at the moment we're at Plush's Bend, which is a free campsite. Council pay to look after it, but now we can't get in because of the water, and we're about to show you that with the drone.
Alright, so let's have a look at it. Alright, so what do we got here, Spinksy? What are we looking at?
Fruit fly trap. Put in the fruit fly trap for Perza, and looks like there's no fruit fly in there, which is good.
Can you touch it?
Oh, you can, but you'll get a fine.
No.
Because I wait for Perza.
So we have a fruit fly expert with us. And what's on top? Obviously it's a fly, but...
Oh, there's a bait in there, and that fly on top's just a regular fly.
Okay. So how long have you actually lived in Renmark, Spinksy?
Probably 15 years in and out of Renmark, Berry. Now I live out at Mertho, Paringa.
Okay, so that's all of the Riverland?
Yeah, all in the Riverland since 2001.
Okay. Alright, and there's two bridges, isn't there, coming into, well, one coming into Renmark, one exiting Renmark, and Renmark's currently surrounded by water.
Yep, so Renmark's basically an island, and it's protected by levee banks, which haven't been maintained over the last probably 20, 30 years, 40 years
Yep.
since the 74 flood. They've sort of let them go, thinking there'd never be another event because of all the locks and agricultural using all the water upstream.
Yep. So what about, obviously we've gone past the 74 floods right now.
Yeah.
And what's the next? Is 56 floods or something, isn't it?
Yeah, so it never got to that, and it's now receding. So it's probably gone down 5 or 6 metres in the last week now.
Yeah, okay.
But we'll go out and have a look at some of the areas that were most impacted.
Yep. You got any watermarks, like to show you the heights
Yeah,
of the years?
we'll have
and
a
all
look on the Renmark riverfront. There's
Yeah.
the main gauge there.
Yep.
And probably some around the place just painted on trees. We might be able to find
Yeah,
something.
cool. All right, so where are we off to now?
We'll go to the 21st Street Bridge.
Yep.
Which will be closed, but we'll get some good footage there.
Yeah, okay, cool. All right, 21st Bridge it is then. 21st Street.
21st Street Bridge.
21st Street Bridge. All right, let's do it. So this is one of the main houseboat moorings in Renmark, and it is completely underwater. See, there's the roads here. You see these bin chickens in front of us. This is a road that we sort of normally take to get to the houseboats and get to the main river. Well, as you can see, it's absolutely cactus. Dry weather road only. Well, I don't think we'll be going on that. You can see the flow starting to go the opposite way now, so it is draining. It's going to take some time to get rid of all this water. Alright, let's get Ramon in the air. So all around the town they've got these pumps. Not really sure where they'll pump it to, but they've got them just in case. You can see how much the water's dropped by. Right where the bin chicken just landed. So that's about 2 metres it's dropped. And that'd be one hell of a current in there at the moment. They definitely were prepared, weren't they, in case the water got higher.
These are all from India, especially defence cells.
Okay.
They're like an S shape, and they fill them up.
Yep.
Just see the club used to be a walkway.
So this is about as close as we can get to the water marker. It's actually sitting just below the 1931 flood levels at the moment. But actually on the marker you can see there's a tinge of darker grey where the water was up to. And that was pretty much halfway between the 1931 and 34, is it? 1934 and 1870 flood. And right at the top you've got the 1956, which is obviously the biggest flood we've ever had here along the Murray. Funny enough, there is a sign that says all out after this, so I guess if it gets to that height, everyone bails out. Dingy Derby by the looks of it. It's pretty cool. I'm thinking it's almost beer time. Okay, so we just went to, where was that joint?
Near the Big Four Caravan Park and the Paringa Paddock Koala Farm they call it, and that's all flooded out now, so we just took some drone footage of that. Now we're going to head out to the Paringa Bridge, the opening bridge that lets boats through, but at the moment it's not operating. We tell a lot of people the bridge is closed and they panic. But when it's closed, the weight is down and the road is open. When the bridge is open, you can't drive across it.
Fair enough. And is it a heritage listed bridge, this one?
1927 it opened. I don't know if it's heritage listed, but I think it's painted in some sort of paint that you shouldn't lick.
Okay, so if you want to lick paint, don't lick this bridge.
When they need to repaint it, there's all this EPA that goes on because of the paint that's dangerous on it to go in the river.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. All right, so yeah, all right, we'll head to this Paringa Bridge. We'll get some footage of that. Then I think we'll head to the nearest pub because it's getting bloody hot, and Peg was probably right staying home because she would be dying right now. All right, so Paringa Bridge it is. So just down here on the left is the Riverbend Caravan Park. We stayed there with the Scusies a couple of years ago, and yeah, great place, but right now I think she'd be underwater.
There's a local orb spider. How to lose a drone in 10 seconds.
Apparently these are the pictures that we can see on the silos. Ever have a word that you can't say? That's mine. Alright, let's have a look at this big cod. The cod looks alright. The rest of the picture looks a bit, how you doing?
I had to sit like this for hours just so they could put me on the silo.
Alright, look familiar, folks? I'll let you guess whether that's him or not. So while we're in Queensland, we visited a place called Blackall. Now that was a place that apparently had the black stump. Now I'm going to say this behind me is an impressive stump. The one in Blackall was made of tin. Now I know that was to do with surveying and all that sort of stuff, but that there, that's a good stump. We've just pulled in front of the Paringa pub. Now is this your local?
It's local, but don't really drink here.
Probably too expensive, but anyway.
Good for a schnitzel.
Snitty, you reckon?
Good for crumbed mushrooms. They taste like prawns.
Well, that sounds like a winner. Alright, so we're getting a little bit thirsty now, so we will be heading in to the Red Dog Saloon Bar. Do this off me. Gamble. Does the missus know?
So money.
Cheers. How'd you go, Albie Mangles, alright? Get him? The big reveal. Do we eat or not? Holy shit, I guess we do. Let's have a look at your catch, whippersnapper. So that's not a bad little catch, may I say. How big did it have to be? I know this one would definitely pass the test. There's one big boy. Oh. So that's just one net. How many nets do you have?
one more in there and then some more.
Legal amount.
Yeah, the legal amount. What's the legal amount?
3.
3 each.
3 nets.
3 pieces.
All right. So,
3 of these.
but there's no legal amount on how many you can catch.
600.
600?
200 a person.
Are you shitting me?
600 a boat.
Well, cop the size of that, folks. Freshwater. What were they? Freshwater crays?
Yabby.
Yeah, we call them yabbies, but if you're in the States, what would you call that? Freshwater crustacean?
Yeah.
Let's go with that. That's a decent size. That's a pretty good size. I can't complain about that one. Say good day to everyone at home, Will.
Done. Dragons.
Oh, yeah. Little geckos everywhere, yeah. Choom, he's gone.
Yeah, they're dragons.
There's one right there. So 3 nets later, what do you reckon there's 60? 60? 50? Let's go with 50. Alright guys, that's it from Renmark. Hope you enjoyed the video. It's getting too bloody hot out here at the moment to do anything. The drone's struggling, GoPro's struggling, I'm struggling. So yeah, remember, if you like this sort of stuff, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button as well. If you don't, that's okay. Let us know in the comments below. Alright, take care, see you on the next one.